Most of you in this room have thought about college, maybe where you want to go, when you plan on going, and one that stands out the most, how you're going to pay for it. This will cause stress for a lot of us because there really is a lot to figure out when it comes to the payments that you have to make. This should not be causing stress, and if the cost of college were lowered, these worries would almost completely disappear. Some say that college costs should remain the same, and this is said in regard to helping the economy in ways, but this, however, is untrue. There really would be so many more benefits to the economy if more people had opportunities to attend colleges that they would like. Today, I'll be going over the general financial sides of college, the psychological and mental effects of these financial issues, and the great amount of debt that people are left with after they graduate. As you research colleges and universities, you'll see many different tuitions, and this a lot of the time will guide your decisions. You may have a dream school, but the cost of it could be enough to change your mind completely. As you see these large numbers appear all across your screen, something that may pop into your head is financial aid. According to federal student aid, the definition of financial aid is money to help pay for college or career school. While this sounds really nice, it does not always end up helping people. According to federal student aid, there is technically no income cutoff to qualify for financial aid. However, your ability to qualify could directly depend on the amount of money that your parents make. This seems unfair, right? Yes, your parents may make a good amount of money, but this does not necessarily mean that you yourself can pay for college. Not all of their money goes to you, and in some cases, students pay for it all on their own. Their income should not be the determining factor when it comes to how much you have to pay for college. Another thing that can help is scholarships. Scholarships vary, and there are many different ones that people can apply for. But these smaller ones only end up paying for the smallest fraction of the full cost of college. Yes, these do help sometimes, but again, it is not equal across the board. Moving into the psychological and mental effects of college costs, we'll take a look at how people are greatly affected. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, the average tuition for higher education institutions has more than doubled since 1980. This is the main reason why high school students are completely changing their minds on their careers and settling for things that they don't really want. Many college students work while they are in school to make ends meet with the cost of living, everything they have to pay for on their own, and the cost of school on top of it all. It takes all focus away from school when the only thing on the minds of these students is their financial situation. College should be a time when the only thing students are focusing on is their path to graduation, focusing solely on homework and educational needs for their career. Because of this intense stress, some students even turn to drinking alcohol. And this becomes something that they depend on. A community mental health journal study in 2017 showed that students who failed to pay their bills in every category had higher levels of depression, anxiety, and alcohol dependence. College costs should not be something that is psychologically destroying the students in our universities. The costs of college do not only affect your mental health, but it also seems to create worries about your bank account. Most of you in here have a job, some of you even more than one. You spend countless hours working during any free time that you have. Yes, you work to learn responsibility and build skills, but a significant reason is your income. Some of us work to spend money on whatever we want without a thought being put into the money that's being spent. On the other hand, some of us work to save money for things like college. While saving for college does help, while saving for college is good, and it does end up somewhat helping, it only ends up putting a small dent into the full cost of college. You may have had some savings built up before, but this runs out very quickly, and you're left with an empty bank account. Your time is spent going to work, and your time is spent going to classes and going to work outside of school. Countless college students are left with insane amounts of debt after they graduate, and this makes it very difficult for them to enjoy the careers that they have worked so hard for. A lot of the time, people aren't even making a steady amount of income right after they graduate. This is something that is acquired over time. The weight of student debt on your shoulders is not easy to carry around, and it can follow you for a very long time. A study shared by the US News showed that 68% of people ended up with debt after they graduated, and this greatly impacted their lives. An example of this is putting a damper on big life decisions such as purchasing a vehicle or a home. This will continue to be a problem if we do not find a solution. In conclusion, though people say that college costs should remain the same, the pros of lowering costs heavily outweigh the cons. Today, we went over the general financial aspects of college, the psychological and mental effects of these high tuitions, and the unbelievable amount of debt that people are left with after they graduate. I hope you all gained some insight on why the cost of college should be lowered, and I hope you all help make this a reality. Thank you.